Domme dame.
Good, just unscrew it. I mean, it's quite loose up here, but it's really catching over here, I think. And also, this hinge is free, but down here, it's totally.
So they have plastered
in.
after closing that.
Yeah.
Westernist?
I think so.
Oh, very interesting.
Dit is niet werk voor je.
We've been curious about robotic mowers for a while now, and this season we're getting the chance to try one out. Assembling and setting it up is intuitive and straightforward. You just walk the perimeter once using the app and the mower maps it. You don't need any physical boundaries or anything. Our ground isn't flat. There are holes and bumps and big stones that are sticking out a little. It's also not just grass. It's nothing like a well-kept lawn. We have many different plants growing in here, dandelions, daisies, red clover, white clover, and many more. And we also like that, and we'll keep it that way. But the Luba 2 is perfect for this because it handles the uneven spots really well.
Start mapping a no-go zone. Start working.
Ik ben benieuwd vanaf waar dat hij gaat beginnen met mij.
Ja.
Ja, het is stiller dan een gat. I've always enjoyed mowing. It was actually my favorite chore when I was a kid. And I still really love my trusty old push mower, but it's in spring and fall the grass just grows so fast here. You can almost see it grow. that it's really hard to keep up with it with everything else that we've got going on. So it's great to have a little bit of help. With this area kept short, we'll have more time to clear old footpaths, improving access to the parts of our land that we want to remain wild, and to spend time in some of the more overgrown corners of the garden that have been waiting patiently for attention. Last week we picked up some color swatches from the paint shop and now we're testing one of them on our walls. We were kind of hoping that we'd get it right from the first try, but the one we chose is drying a lot lighter than we expected, as you can see on the side of my paint bucket. On the swatch it looked darker, closer to the color it has when it's still wet. This nice, warm, loamy yellow. But once it dries, it fades to almost cream white. On its own, it's actually a really lovely color, but next to the old stone, the contrast feels a little bit too sharp, I think. We've had a night's sleep on it, and now looking at it again with the paint all dry and the bright morning sun, it just feels like a bit too much. There's a lot of light bouncing back at you when you look at it, and it's actually quite harsh on the eyes, just like the white paint that's currently on the facade. We'd really like the newer plastered part to sit a bit more quietly alongside the old stone buildings, so that it all feels like it belongs together. And because it's a lime wash, we can't just pick any color like you can with a lot of other paints. We're a bit limited to what each brand offers. Looks like it's back to the shop for more samples.
The new workbench is finally starting to look like a workbench. Some people have asked me about the design for it. I went onto YouTube to have a look at what other people made for their table saw, and I found this one particular design which had a platform that could be heightened or lowered. So when you ever want to buy a new table saw, you can still fit it in. I like that, so I took it and made my own spin on it. Otherwise, I think my design differs a bit from other ones because I'm going to put drawers in it. Well, this particular design with the platform, I don't think I've seen one with drawers. I want to have like 6 large ones and 4 smaller ones. I'll have to see if I still have enough material for that, but I hope so. I think I bought just enough for what I had in mind. So yeah, that's next week, making drawers and hopefully also putting the top on. And then there's something else. Our drone, Bombo we call him, Bumblebee, gave up on us last week after 4 years of flying. And we've been saving up for a new one to replace him, so we can keep sharing the views from above. And we'd like to thank everyone who has already chipped in to buy a new drone through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you. So hopefully in not too long time you can enjoy nice drone footage again.